What doesn't cost life don't cost nothing, you know?
I've always been pulled towards the magnetic soul of Jamaica, the rhythm, the richness, the raw cultural wonder of it all. This love affair started when I was 14 years old, after I happened across a film called The Harder They Come, a reggae cult classic from 1972. From that moment, I knew I found my rebel in the lead protagonist, Ivan, alluringly brought to life by Jimmy Cliff. Years later, while exploring the island, I stumbled into a small, unassuming paradise called Jake's. And who runs it? Sally and Jason Henzel. Yes, those Henzels, the wife and son of Perry Henzel, the very man who made that film that changed everything. I didn't know what to expect from Treasure Beach, but something told me to stop and to hear from Sally herself of what makes this little fishing village feel like magic.
I love it for its simpleness and its remoteness and its smallness and its friendliness. Since I've lived here all my life, it's a village, you know, I know everybody and everybody knows me. And we live like that, you know, no burglar bars, no need to be afraid of anybody. The people who like us come to Jake's for the peace.
People describe walking through Jake's as walking through a piece of art. And my mother, she has this kind of playful approach to it. It's very whimsical, bohemian, the design, the colors, the use of materials. 97% of the hotels in Jamaica would be all-inclusive. In Treasure Beach, no hotel offers that and hopefully never will. Our villa collection is growing. It's nice to have a wide range of options. People are at different stages of their life, they have different levels of income. So it's really, really lovely to have that range. People love monthly farm-to-table dinners because everything on the table is from the area, low food miles. Anything that is real, authentic, meaningful, it comes through in that farm-to-table dinner. My sister Justine, Kwame Dawes and Colin Chana started Calabash back in 2001. It's the largest literary festival in the Caribbean, Central and Latin America. To see 5,000 people converge on this little fishing village and these authors and poets that are flying in from all over the world, it transforms the area for pretty much a week. Don't be a tourist, be a traveler, be a visitor who wants to get something back from a vacation that's going to live with you forever. The Wyas Waterfalls, the Lover's Leap, the Appleton Rum Tour, going out to Pelican Bar, going over to Alligator Pond with Blackie. These are the kind of things that you're going to have a lifelong connection to. Come to the South Coast and let's make that happen together.
Be a traveller, not a tourist. It's the kind of advice that sticks, and I was buzzing. I launched into a passionate rant about meeting Sally and Jason Henzel. My taxi rider was patient, but moments like that, spontaneous, unscripted, deeply Jamaican, they're what this documentary is really about. Not just the places, but the people, the unexpected conversations in between. And if you really want to understand a place like Treasure Beach, you may want to start with someone like Cassandra.
I am a people person. And when I started working here first, I said I was only going to give it 5 years. Now I'm in 22 years. And I think it has to do with me loving people, getting to know people, interacting with people, and making people happy. You come here, you kick off your shoes, there's the beach, there's a restaurant. You come, you lay back, you have fun, you eat, you swim, you rest, you relax. That's it. People is a gem. That's one of the most important things. They say they're as warm as the weather. They're open, they're friendly, they're kind, they're family. We are family. Jason was talking to Blackie, and Blackie said, why don't you open like a Little Ochi restaurant in Treasure Beach? Jason said, but you're in that industry already. He said, no, there is room for everybody. So we make visitors come here feel the same way. If you want to come and relax, forget about everything that's happening around you, come over to Treasure Beach.
There's room for all of us. That line stuck with me. I had to meet the man who said it, so I headed to Alligator Pond. And no, he's not fishing for alligators, though knowing him, he'd probably serve them on a plate with a side of bammy. Turns out making people feel welcome, that's kind of his thing.
A lot of people come to the South Coast and they say that they appreciate how we take care of them, because that's a great feeling I get coming into my kitchen every day. What we do at Little Ochi, we showcase the freshest of the freshest. It's like from the ocean to the pot. As you can see, the ocean is just a step away, and as the boat comes, we take the catch. I can proudly say we have the widest menu in the Caribbean. We cook over 75 seafood dishes. When you come to Little Ochi and ask for a dish, you must get it.
I most certainly got it. Fresh jerk snapper, corn on the cob, grilled lobster, king crab, festival. I could tell Blackie really enjoys what he does. That meal reminded me why food is one of the purest love languages. No performance, just warmth, flavour and intention. It felt like home, even though I was far from mine. And now I find myself at Lover's Leap, where love carries a different kind of weight. Not in a dish, but in a decision, in sacrifice, in legend.
I'll encourage everyone, if you are missing Lover's Leap or missing the experience, we have the best view on the entire Western Hemisphere. Now, when you're having good food and lovely staff and great cocktails, then you're in for a good day. Come on up and be a part of history.
Tamelia shared the history behind this place, where the wind still carries whispers of a love that refused to be separated. Sounds romantic, right? Well, it is, and tragic. Let's just say, once you hear the story, you'll never look at the edge the same way again.
The names are Mizzy and Tunki. They lived on a separate plantation. However, at night, Mizzy and Tunki used to sneak away now, meet up, have a little bit of fun. When Mr. Richard Chadley found out what was going on between Mizzy and Tunki, he made a plan with Tunki's slave master, Sir Tunki. Now they were actually on the verge of escaping, but Sir Chadley started a chase after them.
Tamelia went on to explain how Mr. Chadley chased them and caught them at the edge of the cliff. Sadly, they had nowhere else to go.
So that's when they decided that, you know what, this end it here was, rather than to live another day and to be separated. They just took the final embrace, they held hands and they jumped. So hence the name today, Lovers Leap.
Never thought we'd be lovers. You give me your sweet life. Yeah. Ooh,
There's something about being on the water that slows everything down. The Black River feels like a lullaby, soft, steady, quiet in all the right ways. Out here, you don't rush, you float, you listen, and then you meet someone like Rudy, and it just makes sense. He's got the same rhythm as the river, unbothered, intentional, calm to the core, like he's been shaped by this place, or maybe it was shaped by him.
So, I mean, this is just idyllic here. I mean, it's so relaxing. I've only been here 5 minutes and I feel totally relaxed. You know, you are the number one most chilled out person I've ever met in my life. You have a total chill about you. How did this all start for you?
And this all started from like back in 1992. I was just down here and I see some tourists came from Treasure Beach and they asked for refreshment, but we didn't have no refreshment. So we said that if we sold refreshment here, you're gonna took people to buy it. And they said yes, we support it, and that's how we started. You know? When you go to places when you're young, and if it's nice, you will go back like to go back.
I bet they will.
So I just wish to know that more people can come and just come and just relax and full joy themselves. Took a little bit of the nature too, you know? Yeah, man, just took a little bit of the nature too. What doesn't cost life don't cost nothing, you know? And you have your life, it is just the main important thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, your life, you know?
To enjoy it.
Yeah, man.
After talking with Rudy, I didn't feel rushed to move on. I felt still. Like the river itself had paused for a moment just to let his words settle. He reminded me that the goal isn't just to move through life, but to enjoy it, to be present for it. Hearing him speak, it felt like Black River wasn't just around him, it was a part of him, steady, grounded, sure, teaching me without ever raising its voice. And just when I thought the river had given all it had to offer, it shows up again, in the meal waiting for me on the other side. Captain Dennis doesn't just cook, he connects the journey to the plate. The crab he serves me came straight from the Black River. The same river I was just drifting through now finds its way to my hands. It's not just a meal, it's a continuation of the experience, and it tastes exactly like where I've been. The food alone could have told me everything I needed to know about the man behind it, but sitting with Captain Dennis, that's where the real flavor is.
I'm born and raised in Treasure Beach. I'm a very proud Jamaican. I'm a very proud Treasure Beach man. And I'm so grateful that I'm a part of that community. This part of the coast is called Sandy Hill Point. So we are 20 minutes boat ride away from Treasure Beach. Yeah. The people that come here come for the peace and quiet. They want the Captain Dennis himself is not just about the beach or the food or anything. It's just the love that I gave and the love that I received. Just let me continue to give the real Jamaica, authentic Jamaica experience. People don't just come here for the food or, you know, the ocean or the sun. People come here to meet and greet the locals and interact to understand the true part of Jamaica. If you want love and feel love, this is the place to come and get it.
Captain Dennis said people don't just come for the food or the beach. They come to connect, to feel something real, to understand the part of Jamaica that doesn't always get shown. Sitting in this boat, leaving the shore behind, I realize he's right. Every stop, every story, every plate, it's been more than just a moment. It's been a thread in something much bigger. And you start to hear it, even in the quiet. The echoes of everyone I've met so far. Each of them saying in their own way, this is the real Jamaica. You just have to slow down long enough to see it. And maybe that's why this place, Pelican Bar, stays with you. Out here, surrounded by nothing but water and sky. It's just me and a few others and everything I've carried from the journey. And in that stillness, I find clarity about what it means to feel connected. Connected to land, to culture and story. After the stillness of Pelican Bar, something in me felt ready to move again, to explore, to feel the land, not just observe it. And there's no better place for that than here, YS Falls, a stunning 7-tiered waterfall surrounded by tropical gardens and natural pools.
We're down here in the YS Falls, absolutely stunning. I mean, wow, it's breathtakingly beautiful. Yeah, I've just gone off that swing, which was great adrenaline rush. But it's peaceful here. Give us your passion about this place.
Oh, my passion, cold waters. If you're not a person who likes to be in a place that's quiet, this is not for you. But if you're a nature lover, this is the right place for you.
You got a nice mix of nature and a little bit of adrenaline. I've seen you zip wire flying over there.
It's something to do if you come here.
I also had a chance to chat with the manager, Richard Gordon, about the history of YS Falls. The estate was originally a sugar plantation and later diversified into cattle and horse farming. The name YS is believed to derive from the initials of the estate's early owners, John Yates and Richard Scott. Today, YS Falls offers visitors a serene environment to enjoy the beauty of cascading waters and the rich history of Jamaica's south coast. After the rush of YS Falls, I found myself here on still waters with someone who knows these currents like the back of her hand. Her name is Mabel. She's the kind of shrimp harvester who lets the river do most of the talking. Before the peppered shrimp ever hits Billy's flame at Billy's grassy park, it's pulled from the traps, patiently, carefully, by hands that work in rhythm with the river.
Any good?
Oh, we get good ones.
She didn't say much at first, but in between checking traps, she shared something that stayed with me. In a world that moves fast, she's chosen something quieter, something simpler.
My major thing is I like to feel free.
Yeah.
I'm close to nature, and even planting my fruits and watch them grow, it made me feel, like this is heaven on earth.
Yeah, too.
And it's even better than even associating with a lot of people, because with people you have too much argument. You don't have the argument with the people. They have to hear you. But I still have good relationship with people because we have to deal with each other. But I spend more time with the animals and with my plants.
I think we can definitely say you're looking after your animals here. I mean, I'd like to be one of your animals here to do this because it's so peaceful. It's lovely.
And just like that, the silence made sense. Out here, peace isn't something you chase, it's something you choose. You feel it in the water, in the way she moves, in what she doesn't say. There's a rhythm to this life. And a reverence. And maybe that's why the food tastes different. Because the care starts long before the cooking, in the stillness, in the sourcing, in the hands that pull each shrimp from the river. Now those same shrimp are heading to Billy, where quiet turns to fire and peace becomes flavor. Like any good chef, when Billy gets the shrimp, first thing he does is wash them.
Put it over here, and this is some crushed pepper.
Then Billy adds it all to the pot with salt and pepper, along with that special technique that makes his peppered shrimp superior, but I'll keep that info between Billy and I. When that pot lifts and the steam hits you, you understand why people keep coming back. After something that bold and flavorful, you need a moment to slow it all down, a palate reset, something smooth, rich and rooted in time, and there's no better place for that than Appleton Estate. I caught up with Tiffany, who's been working at Appleton Estate for 14 years. Safe to say that I'm in expert hands. We started with the juice extraction process, straight from the sugar cane.
The donkey goes around into the mill. There's a gentleman, which is David, push the sugar cane through the mill.
Yeah.
Totally threading. This is how it looks when it's done in the factory.
Right.
So it's called bagasse, and we use it to make bagasse board.
Badass?
Yep.
Badass?
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing. Only in Jamaica. Only in Jamaica you're going to have badass leftovers, you know what I mean?
Walking through Appleton Estate feels like stepping into something preserved, something that's been aged with intention, just like the rum they make here. The buildings, the scent of sugar cane in the air, you hear your own footsteps echo across the stone paths as if the place itself is listening. Each step feels heavier, but not in a burdensome way. It's like the ground is carrying memory, like every inch of this estate has been walked 1,000 times before and still welcomes one more. Tiffany's been a part of this world for 14 years, and the way she carries herself through the space, you can tell she's not just working here. She's a part of its rhythm, part of its story. The juice, once extracted, embarks on a journey of fermentation, distillation, and aging in oak barrels, each step adding depth and character. Soon, you start to realize this isn't just about rum, it's about patience, pressure, and tradition. Not everything needs to be fast to be good. Some things need time, some things are better because of it. And sometimes slowing down leads you right here.
Perfect. Look at this. Look at this. It's just incredible. And it just stretches for miles and just beauty everywhere, you know. Utterly incredible. What a place to exist, let alone grow up and live.
The view is beautiful, but the flavour here tells the story, or should I say lobster.
This is the best food in the world. You come to somewhere like this, you find your beautiful place that's got so much soul in it. And then you meet you, who's just a humble genius, you know.
From a young child, like a teenager, I used to love cooking. The first name that I give the restaurant was the Great Pedro Bluff. People start to gravitate to the garlic lobster. Seeing that the people start to love the garlic lobster, they call it, some people come and said they're going to the lobster hut. Person party, the Great Pedro Bluff, told me to change the name because they own the bluff and they don't want to have that name.
Thank you very much.
So I said I was catching my own lobster, cooking my own lobster. So you catch the lobster in the pot, and you're cooking the lobster in the pot.
Exactly.
So I said lobster pot.
Perfect. Well, it's definitely one lobster pot I wouldn't mind getting stuck in. That's without doubt. I'd happily get stuck there for a few years.
But even beyond the food, it's the feeling that stays with me. The welcome, the warmth, the way people here give you more than a meal, they give you a piece of themselves. Before I ever came here, I was chasing a feeling I saw in a film. The harder they come, planted the seed. But being here, meeting Sally, Jason, hearing their stories, that's what rooted me. This journey along Jamaica's south coast wasn't just about scenery, it was about connection. Blackie with the morning's fresh catch. Captain Dennis feeding both body and spirit. Rudy, calm as the black river he calls home. Pelican Bar, still and suspended in the middle of the sea, like a pause in the rush of life. YS Falls reminded me what it means to feel small in the best way, to be surrounded by something wild, natural and completely out of your control. At Appleton Estate, I walked through time, through patience, craft and history aged with purpose. It reminded me that not everything has to be fast to be good. Some things need time, some things are better because of it. And this, all of this, every voice, every plate, every current and conversation, this is the South Coast, and I'll carry it with me wherever I go next.